Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Yep, you're looking at it. Look at this consistently, day in, day out now. It took a while, took 2.5 years to get to where we are, but we're now compounding. What does that mean? Compounding interest, compounding shares. It's like the two bouncing balls in a circle. They start off with two bouncing balls. They bounce around, and every time they hit each other, they double. And it takes a while. They keep missing each other. Nothing really happens. Then they bounce into each other. Now there's three. And now you got three balls bouncing around a screen. And when they touch each other, they double and they produce more. It's the same way as virality with a virus in your body or viral on the internet or whatever. It compounds and compounds and compounds, and all of a sudden you get an S-curve in your portfolio. And that is exactly what is happening to my portfolio now. It's starting to really take off because I'm taking nothing out and I'm leaving everything in, trim off if necessary, recognize the time to go in a margin, recognize the time to trim, don't get too greedy, look for the value stocks, and this is the result. So you can see right now my portfolio started at $5,000 2.5 years ago, and we are now 59.6, 15, nearly 16,000 in the Roth, 75.6, which is 75.6, which is actually 76.6 because I took the 1,000 out for the convertible note. That'll come back 4x when it comes back. So the target was $80,000 by New Year. Well, it's looking like we're going to be there. Of course, anything could happen. Stuff could be dumped, but my portfolio is resilient and balanced, and I bought at the bottom, so I don't care if it suddenly goes down. Makes no real difference to me at all, but it would be nice to see it happen, right? Anyway, let's go straight into our positions and see how everyone's doing. We've got a review to do, and we have got a premiere tonight as well. I've been very busy for you guys. So let's bring all the questions in here. First of all, we have got a new version of this. Look, more pictures coming in from you guys. We've got Wade Van Eisen. There he is. He's got his Virgin Galactic mug to $100. There is MSK. He's got his Virgin Galactic mug to $100. There is Stephen Lewandowski, our oil investor. He's got his Virgin Galactic mug to $100. There is Zach Zate. He has got his mug and his hoodie there. Oh, by the way, Zach, I will text you this afternoon, by the way. I haven't forgotten. There is his Virgin Galactic fleece. There's Seth Houston, Virgin Galactic to $100. And finally, from Australia, there's Jason Fallon, his Virgin Galactic mug to $100. Now, I could still do with some more pictures to fill the gap so I can close them up. Somebody today bought themselves what was it? It was what was it? Oh, blimey. We sold another one. It's gone a bit, the I'm Loving It is going a bit hot now. They are all limited supply now. There's only a small supply of I'm Loving It. It's my catchphrase, and we are loving it because we are beating records every day. There is I'm Loving It. And somebody has just bought, just a few moments ago, the Martyn Lucas black t-shirt with the logo on it. And someone just a couple of seconds ago has bought a long sleeve with the logo on it. So thank you very much indeed. I don't know who you are because you cashed out anonymously, so it doesn't tell me who you are. But thank you ever so much, whoever you are. Really, really exciting, right? We're all getting really excited now. Virgin Galactic going to 100. If you want the shop, there is the shop. MartynLucas.com, you'll find my shop, but if you want the link to it directly, there it is. All right, okay. Now then, we've got the $100 giveaway as well. That's coming out in the newsletter. If you've not yet signed up for the newsletter, there'll be tickets in there. Let me give it to you right now. We're giving away $100 in cash, and we're giving away some merchandise as well. There you go. Click on the links there and you'll find it. It will bring you to this page here. If you've not received an email recently, you may have been unsubscribed. If you don't reply to, if you don't open emails, you get unsubscribed. So you might want to check that. But there hasn't been one for about a month, just so you know. I don't do them all the time. Anyway, okay, to focus on the Delta class spacecraft. I noticed some of you were talking earlier about there's going to be a pause. Yes, there's no surprise. That's not anything new. There is going to be a pause to get to Delta Fleet, which is exactly what we want. It was purely, the first craft was purely there as a demonstration vehicle to get to sell the concept. Francesco, hi, congratulations, Martin. Thank you ever so much indeed. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Hi all, Stephen Lewandowski. Jumped into NEE this morning. All right, so NEE. Congratulations, by the way, because Moy Guzman, you are better than I am. Because if you bought this morning, you're already up. I'm still down 2.79 because I bought it way higher than this. It was oversold. I was already in. It went on sale. You've got a better deal than I have. Even though I actually have some at $50, which you wouldn't have it there if you've just jumped in. The reason why my average is so high is because my average is 62, because I bought some at 75 and 80, because that's where it was worth. It's undervalued right now, and it's still undervalued. But you can see how it's been rising. Great dividends. It's a dividend aristocrat, doing very well indeed. So, yeah, happy to go more and more in that one. So well done to you. You've got a better deal than I have because you've just bought it. I mean, I've got when I start trimming, then I'll be selling stocks that were $50. It's only showing because, see, that's where it doesn't matter if you get in too early. If you then buy the dip, because I'm selling at the moment on paper for loss. My real the stocks I'm selling or will be selling soon will be at $50. So I'm very, very happy. But even so, I won't be selling unless I have to clear margin. I don't really want to. Anyway, there we go. Nphase going up. Coca-Cola's going up. We bought that at the bottom as well. We bought J&J at the bottom. Jim Cramer talks rubbish. Told everybody to get out of it. He talks rubbish. Just wants to sell TV shows. Should be disgraced with himself, really. You know, it's all very well being entertaining, but at least tell the truth, right? Anyway, got NEE this morning at 59.70. Very, very nice indeed, Rallo. Good for you. Good for you. So anyway, as you can see, doing very nicely indeed. The overall portfolio now is on the way to the 80,000. Will we make it? 75.6, which is actually 76.6 because the 1,000 I took out. But anyway, I'd like to see the actual the 80,000 on the screen. Okay, we've got a review to do. So before I do it, Wade Van Eysen, are you here? Wade Van Eysen, are you here? Is Pat M here? No. Is R3 here? R3A, are you here? No. Is Michelle here? Doesn't look like it. Michelle, okay. Loudwork. Roger Fouchon, how are you? Loudwork, are you here? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. So here we go. We have got, we're making another review now. Live in the show. I'm all set to go. But tonight, this was an interesting one. A lot of you are following this one on the earnings yesterday. Sorry, the day before, I beg your pardon. This is the one. This is a Nike World Premiere tonight. So, Nike Premiere review. Okay. Now, the purpose of these premieres, even though you may have been here when I was making it, you've not seen the edited version. But the point is it keeps the family together and we all chat live, watching the after hours. That's the point of it. So even if you were here when I was making it, please do join me for the Nike review. Let me just take that out and do that again. Nike review premiere after this show. It's so we can all stay together having a conversation and so on and so forth. So let me give you the Nike Premier review. At the end of today's show, we will be there. There it is. I'll give it you 3 times so you can see it. I'll pin it to the top. And we're about to make another review now. David Burrows wants Raytheon RTX. Okay, so there it is. Now then, this is what it looks like. Let me go and give it to my LinkedIn audience. Let me drop into LinkedIn. Here we go. So if you want to join me for the premiere tonight of Hello, I can help you grow your business. Milon Deb, you're live on YouTube right now. There you go. Google advertisement expert. There you go. You can help me grow my business. Fantastic. Well, we're doing pretty well. We're doubling on our growth rate every month, so we're doing all right. But anyway, thank you for the kind offer to help grow my business. There is a Nike review for Kick. I'll give it to my Rumble audience as well. There's my Rumble audience as well. Let me just refresh the screen in 5, 4, 3. I'll do it myself. It's quicker. They're a bit slow. All right. Is it going to refresh or not? What's happening here? Is it going to go or not? Got an advert. Let me try and get past the advert. This is my Rumble audience. There you go. I've just given you the link. What about my Facebook and my X's and my Twitchers? Let me just give it to you. So big premiere tonight. Join us for live Q&A. There's Twitch. Let me give it to my X's. There you go. Straight after the show. And give it to all of you here on Facebook. There you go. So everyone's now all part of it. All right. Fantastic. Hopefully you'll all join me for that, for the live conversation, the Q&A, plus the information to make an informed decision. Jonas, hey Martin, good evening. I'd like to add Nphase. Do you think I should wait for a little correction? I would like to add Nphase, Jonas. You want me to do a review, or are you waiting to buy Nphase? Is that what you're saying? For a correction, is that what you're talking about, Nphase? I don't think there's going to be a correction because the rates are coming down. The overselling is done. This is where we are right now. I don't think there's going to be much correction. There may just be by the last day of the year. Because remember, we've got tax season until the 31st. We've got a few days to go. There just may be somebody somewhere, some institution that wants to take some profit or post a loss. But where we've risen to now, not many people are in losses on this stock now. I don't know if it's going to sell off now. It's too strong, too much volume. I think... it's still a good value, still a very good value stock. If you believe it's a 3x as I do, it's the best solar equipment company in the world, in my opinion. Balance sheet wise, margin wise, that's why I bought it. I'm not selling a single share. This is all free money for me now. You wait for a pullback, it might not come. It might not come. How do I don't know if it's going to, but I'm not selling, but I wouldn't be buying at this level for me because I'm already in. So I'm not buying anymore. I bought it. I buy things at the bottom. This is not the bottom anymore. But I don't know if it's going down again. I don't think it will go down again. There's no reason why it would, unless we get some selling by the end of the year but no one's really losing on this stock anymore, unless they bought it at 160, 170. Admittedly, I bought at 150. However, I lowered my average and I bought it at 70. I don't know if anybody bought it at 150, they understood the value, if they were sensible, if they understood the business, which hopefully they did, or they just buying anything. Hopefully they bought it at 70. They've lowered their averages like I did, and it's down. But I don't think it's going to go any lower, if I'm honest, really. But I don't know. It might. Still a good buy, just not as good as it was. Waiting to buy, yeah. Already up $5 on my oil. Yeah, so we're looking at Chevron. I'm up 2% now. Looking good. Shall we see what the price of oil is right now? Crude oil. It's not in Robinhood, is it? I'll do it in here instead. Let me search for it in the stocks. Crude oil. CRUD. I should add this to my watch list, actually. Right, we're at $75 right now. So let's just have a look. We're not selling oil. Talking to Stephen Lewandowski till it gets to 90. So we're at $75 a barrel. So, we're not there. We're moving up. I mean, we're up on the day, a couple of percent. We're up on the week. You can see where we are now. We're not up on the month. Obviously, we're flat. We're down at the moment, but 75. We want to get to 90, then we'll sell our oil. We're not trading oil just yet, are we? Okay. So we're holding our oil at the moment. Okay. That's where we are for now. We've had a 50% correction this year. We've already had the correction, yeah. You're talking about Nphase now. We already had it. It went down low. Is it still worth buying? It is worth buying. If you're not in Nphase, it's the best solar. It's the best solar component business in the world. It's gonna 3x. Of course, you want to be in it. Would I buy it here if I wasn't in it? Yeah, of course I would. Anyway, where's the new resistant point of space? John Granfort, you sent me an email, didn't you? John, you sent me an email of your picture for Virgin Galactic. Let's see if you sent it again. I replied to you and I said there is no picture attached. So let me go and have a look. See if you've replied. See if you've just replied to me again. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Did you reply back? Because there was no attachment, so I couldn't use your picture. Martin, sorry, I forgot to attach the picture. I was so excited. There he is. There he is. This is great. I see you. Right, so let me save that. And save image. Brilliant. Thank you, John. This is John Granfors. I'm not going to reply back to you because you've just done it. So what I'm going to do is just bring up the picture. I'm just telling you that you've done it. Nphase is going again. Here we go again. 3x. This is John Granfors. We're going to add John to the page now. Here we go, John. Welcome, John Granfors. This is John Granfors. I love it. You can't quite see it from there. I'll give you a different perspective. There you go. Virgin Galactic to $100. So what we'll do, we will take away this here, and we will add that picture to there. All right, that's what we're going to do. So, I wonder if I can do it now. No, I won't do it now. I'll do it at the end of the show. But I'm going to add you, John, down here. Okay, John Granfort, I'm going to add you in. Just squash everybody up a little bit until I can fill up all the gaps. All right, so we've got room for maybe one or two more, and then that'll be it for this season. All right, we don't update them all the time. But thank you, John, very much indeed. I will do that as soon as I get a chance. All right, brilliant. You can see where we are now. Nearly $76,000. We're starting to compound. Mathematically, it's a certainty at this stage. So there we go. Very, very good. It had a correction. I did IDD, but it had a big jump for profit taking. Jonas, yes. Do you see plug going over 5 by the end of the year? Do I see plug going to 5 by the end of the year? Yes, I do. It's a $10 stock in the spring. So, yeah. Nice one, Steve. 75 crew. Congratulations. Thanks, Niels. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. I've given everybody the review, so it's time to do another one. The portfolio is taking care of itself. We don't even need to worry about it. It's going up and up and up like a crazy man now. It's starting to compound. If you've just tuned in, click subscribe, ring the bell. We are going to do a review. It's Raytheon. So let me see, first of all, is Wade Van Eisen in the show? Wade, are you here? We've got your premiere. Is Dave Burrows? David Burrows? No, he's not here. Okay, we're going to do it anyway because he paid a super chat for me to do it. So we've got that. We've got that. We're ready to rock and roll, folks. RTX. Okay, here we go. I need to just, before I start, edit. No, that's the widget ticker. Edit text. Follow on Martyn Crypto. Become a member. Link below. Get merchandise from the shop. Email Martyn. Members only can do cash prize giveaways, live weekdays. That's all correct. And join the Discord. Subscribe to our newsletter. It's not weekly anymore. Subscribe to our newsletter. Go to martynlucas.com. Then enter email. Click subscribe. Then look for the welcome email in your inbox. Day trading is very risky night. There we go. Please do. There we go. Okay, done that. Give him a star and put him in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Moy Guzman. All right. Time for another stock review. Here we go. 24. And then we've got a world premiere kicking off tonight. So here we go. Smash the like button, everybody, if you can. Let's get into it, otherwise we'll run out of time. Yeah, Nphase is up because of Niels. Absolutely right. That's spot on. Time for another stock review. This time Raytheon RTX. We are talking Raytheon right now, and during this presentation, I'm going to share with you the solvency score, the inside trading, who's buying, who's selling, the profitability, the intrinsic value. I'm going to share with you all of the news around the stock. We're going to do a full back test. I'm going to share with you the latest news. I just said that, didn't I? Said it again. We're going to do a full back test compared to the S&P. I'm going to show you the Raytheon dividends position as well. How good is it? Good is it as a dividend? Also, I'm going to show you the balance sheet, the profitability, the margins, comparison to other stocks, Going to give you the chance to download the software that I use, which is consistently making me beat Warren Buffett, consistently beating the market from $5,000 to just about $80,000 live on my show. No options, no gambling, no predicting dates, no short selling. It works. Just research the stocks, put the time in, have the discipline, buy the undervalued stocks with great balance sheets. You make money. Right, let's get straight into it. If it's your very first time here, click subscribe and ring the bell and tap the like button. It's being made during a live show. I always make my videos during live shows, so it's real, unedited, exactly as it comes out. I'm prepared to give you the full information here. Because it's live, my members can comment during the live stream and they can share their thoughts live in the show. So we're going to go over now to members only in the live chat, so we don't get any trolls or anybody just coming in saying silly stuff, because it does happen. Right, let's get straight into it and let's have a look. What is RTX? What is Raytheon? Okay, this is a service I provide for all of my members. It's free of charge. If you want to bump it up to the top and get it done straight away, then you can do so. And hopefully at the end of this, you can decide whether RTX is a good investment for you to buy, hold, or sell. What do you think? What is it? Let's have a look at the line chart. It does look a bit like the S&P. We'll compare it in a minute. Over the last 3 months, you can see that we're up. Everything's up at the moment. Everything with a good balance sheet, that is up. Everything that makes money is up, but not every stock. RTX is an aerospace defensive company. We are going to start simple and then get more and more in-depth and deep dive as we go throughout the video. In the provision of aerospace and defense systems. Of course, you might be interested in this one, an American company right now with what's going on in the world. You might do. Military and government customers. It operates through the following segments: Collins Aerospace Systems, Pratt & Whitney, Raytheon Intelligence and Space, RIS, Raytheon Missiles and Defense, RMD. Show me more. Okay. The Collins segment manufactures and sells aerostructures, avionics, interiors, mechanical systems, mission systems, and etc. and etc. I think that's enough. I don't want to waste your time with all the details. You probably know enough about that. Founded in United States in 1922, so it's got some good history to it. Arlington, Virginia, 182,000 employees. CEO is Gregory J. Hayes. The first thing I like to do is reach out to him as part of my Meet the CEO series. I interview CEOs on my show, and we have a whole series of those videos, and I hope to interview Gregory J. Hayes as well. Okay, if we were buying it on margin, it's regarded as low risk, 25% up to 100. So it's regarded as a low risk if you're buying it on margin, that is. Volume, it's not a huge volume stock. 9.32 volume million, that is. Today is very low, actually. It's as you can see, 2:30 in the afternoon Central Time. Low volume today. 2.79 is the dividend, but how often does it pay the dividend? Is it a dividend aristocrat or is it a dividend king? They are different. Let's see if it always pays out and see if it increases. 38.63 is the price earnings ratio between the price and what you're going to earn. You need to compare that to something else that is in the same sector. No point comparing it to Tesla and going, well, Tesla's 60 or 70. It's been a lot higher, as high as 120, I think, at one point. No point comparing it to that. You've got to compare it to the same sector. Anyway, 120 billion is the market cap. High today, 83, and 52-week high, 108. Okay, moving on down. I don't use these ratings at all as my valuations. I'll do my own in a moment, but this is what Morningstar say. Remember, they're paid to give these reviews. I do it for free. No one pays me to promote or do any reviews for stocks. They say it's a strong hold, if not a buy. No one's really selling at 8.3, but the majority of 24 ratings say they are holding the stock. The bulls say RTX is a well balance between commercial aerospace and defense, which would partially insulate the firm from a downturn in either segment. That's very, very important. I'm not interested in buying an all-out defense, a stock to do with having wars and bombs and defensives, because what if there's a time of peace? It doesn't ever seem to be, but you get get the point, right? Don't want to be involved in too many macro condition stocks. It's not what I invest in. I like to be able to buy, leave it for 20 years, and I'm going to be up, right? Or even in fact leave for 6 months on that for that matter. Repairing manufacturing defects in some Pratt & Whitney engines will cost the company billions in compensation to customers and may reduce airlines' appetite for the products. That's what they say. Now, this is back in November the 1st. Okay. So anyway, moving on down, they're saying fair value is 112. So they're suggesting that it's undervalued, but we will come on to that in a few moments and we'll decide whether it's undervalued or not. Economic moat is wide, but that's to do with the margins. We'll cover the margins in a minute. And stewardship exemplary. Okay. Earnings is just going sideways. I like growth stocks, or if we don't have growth, great dividends. Is it a great dividend stock? We'll find out in a minute. Wall Street seem to be good for a change. I always give Wall Street a hard time, saying they're rubbish at analysing stocks, and typically they are. But they seem to be okay with this one. They seem to be about right. The next earnings is expected January 23rd. I always like to buy stocks on earnings. You can always get a drop if they disappoint. If you like the company and believe it's going forward, but we get a slight guidance warning or it misses on earnings, you can get a good opportunity there. Anyway, it's going sideways. It's making money. It's not really growing, but let's have a look. Who are we in bed with? If we buy this stock, we're in bed with Lockheed, obviously. Northrop Grumman, I don't know anything about that one, or General Dynamics. Boeing, I'm not really a huge fan other than their connection with Virgin Galactic. ExxonMobil, I'm in Chevron. Exxon is a good company, solid company. I'm in with Chevron, but that's good. And I don't have any experience of Honeywell. I've never reviewed them. That gives us an indication of who we are in bed with. All right. Let's now go and look at some news, look at the website, see how it looks, how it speaks to its investors. Then we'll go into more detail with the intrinsic value, the inside trading, news, reports, and everything else. Okay, so let's go and look at the website. Let's see how it looks. I've gone to the investor page because I want to see how it speaks to its investors. The moments were made for. Take a look around. There's a lot going on, they say. There's a new rover on Mars and long-term plan to send people there. Okay, the need for climate science analysis of phenomena on Earth, better prediction of severe weather has never been greater. Commercial air travel is on its way back, and it's probably going to look and feel different from how you remember it, and keeping the US and allies ahead of adversary nations and the military capabilities remains important as ever. These are among the moments that are shaping the future of the world, and Raytheon Technologies and its businesses are all working on all of them. Intelligent space. We are looking at this industry, space travel. We've got connections here with NASA, Collins, and so on and so forth. Very, very nice. We're not going to go for all of this information. So Raytheon is in all of this. Climate science, very important. I like it already. This is very much the sort of sector that I am interested in. We're not going to go into all of these reports. All of this information you can find on the links that I'm going to give you at the end if you want to do more study on it. Latest news, RTX names Christopher T. Callio to succeed Gregory J. Hayes as the CEO. We just talked about that a moment ago. We've got a new CEO. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is reach out on X, Facebook, and Instagram and start having a conversation on LinkedIn with this gentleman here. Okay, today announced that President and Chief Operating Officer T. Callio will be succeeding Gregory Hayes as Chief Executive Officer at the 2024 annual share owners meeting scheduled for May the 2nd, 2024. Hayes will continue to serve as Executive Chairman of RTX. Callio was also appointed to the company's board of directors effective today. That was December the 14th, last week. Greg has had a remarkable career leading RTX. His vision to transform from a conglomerate to a top global aerospace and defense company has created tremendous value for shareholders, employees, and our nation, said Frederick J. Reynolds, board lead director. The board looks forward to Greg's continued influence and leadership as executive chairman. Okay. We won't do any more there. That's the latest news we have. Let's now go and look at the financials, okay? Let's look at the financials of the company. Let's have a look how it stacks up. Then we'll look into the dividend evidence, the proof and the value of the dividend, and also how it compares to the S&P 500. Okay, intrinsic value. We cannot just take this on its own. We have to look at more than this, but if we look at the best case scenario, we're at 51% undervalued. I would rather look at the base case scenario, 31% on a growth stock. Very nice indeed. It's on my radar. I like it, but not enough just yet. Worst case scenario, also undervalued. Do we have any value traps though? No, we don't. No valuation traps. This could be reliable. Okay, relative value up 43%. Wall Street target up 5%. We'll go into more detail in a few moments. This is just some headlines for you. All right. Okay. Let's go into the balance sheet of the company. Valuation history, get an idea. I will, again, give you links to all of this if you want to go into more detail. Analysis, fundamental analysis. This was from the Q3 earnings call. Continued solid growth was driven by an 18% jump in sales to 6.3 billion, with significant increases in commercial OE sales by 25%, commercial aftermarket sales by 21%, and military sales by 7%. Adjusted operating profit rose 95 million, fueled by higher sales, but tempered by production costs and research and development expenses. Don't have a problem with research and development. We need money for that. Pratt's adjusted sales are predicted to rise towards the higher end of initial forecast, while operating profit projections jumped from up 200 million to 275 million to 350 million to 400 million. Moreover, a 10 billion accelerated share repurchase reflects confidence in the company's valuation. So we'll be looking for insider transactions. We'll come into that in a minute. And operating handling of previous challenges, including a rare powered metal defect discovered by retrospectively from 2000. Try that again. A rare powdered metal defect discovered retrospectively from 2015. Future plans involve investing in automation, machine learning, and leveraging external expertise to proactively manage inspection data and anomalies. Okay. Again, I will give you the link to the full analysis if you want to go into full details. A lot more information. I can give you a link to all this information. All right, now then, let's look at the revenue on the most recent range, which was September 23. We are down 5%, but now we're projected December 30th, expected 25 analysis, expect it to go up. We'll find out in January, and then a steady growth throughout 2024 and 25 and beyond. Operating income, most recent range, is down 47%. That's why we've got a bit of a discount at the moment. Or part of it anyway. Net income is also down 0.43%, but we're expecting a big return after that. Okay, free cash flow is up 110%. Okay, that's very, very nice indeed. Let's look at the balance sheet in a moment. Capital expenditure, we're spending more money investing and increasing that to 3.3 billion. We're spending money, research and development at the moment. Operating cash flow up 48%. We like cash flow. We like cash flow. Okay, balance sheet decomposition. Let's have a look. Break it down. 162 billion in assets. We can see our assets here on the right. 92 billion is liabilities. What we don't want to see is too much long-term debt. We've already spent the money. What's it doing for the business once you've spent it? 32 billion. So a third of our liabilities is debt, 35%. Now, that's good and bad. Got to look at the whole picture because, of course, if you've got debt and then rates come down, suddenly your profit, your margins go up because your spending it gets cheaper because you've already spent it. Your debt position improves quickly with the rates coming down. And if you can survive high interest rate and the high interest rate periods and then the rates come down, that can be very, very nice for you. Okay, very, very good indeed. So that's not too bad. Long-term debt is 35%. It's at the higher end. It's a lot of debt, but we can manage that. And we've got to compare that to the sector. Again, you can compare that to the sector and see how it compares. All right. Okay. So balance sheet is okay. Nothing fantastic, but okay. Efficiency of the company, 17%. We've had much better margins recently in the past, but we are now down because, of course, we're spending money, research and development. That will improve in time. That's the expected projection, at least. Operating margin is 5% currently. Net margin is 5%. Again, you can compare this to the competition and you can take a look. But right now, our margins are 17%. Return on equity is 5%. We'd like to see it higher, has been in the past. Again, that's why perhaps the stock is down recently. Let's just go back just for the moment and look at the stock just to remind ourselves with where it is. This is where it is today. We're rising today. Let's take a 3 months. You can see it's 18% over the last 3 months, but year to date, it's down 16%. You can see we've had a bit of a dip. If we go back for the year, you can see a drop here over the last 5 years, a growth of 35%. Let's build into that in a minute and look at our dividend payout. And if we go maximum, we can see the company behaves like the S&P, if you like, but we have had a dip recently, no doubt about that. So there you go. You can see it right there, clear as day. Let's go back to our position here. Let's have a little look and let's go down to our profitability score. Now, the profitability score is 48. We might want to compare that. Not going to do it right now, but you might want to compare that to the competition, and we'll come on to the competition in a minute. Return on equity is increasing. Very, very good. Positive cash flow is good. Positive 3-year revenue growth is just amber. It's not red. So we've got a 45% profitability score. Not the best score, but it's average. It's okay. Nothing too shabby at all. What about solvency score? The business is not going bust. 47. We're not red. We're not bright green either. But I think when they start improving our margins, which is forecast, and we start bringing down debt, the solvency score is bound to improve. Everything is great apart from a low Altman Z score. Okay. Wall Street targets. Now, if we're going to buy a company like this, we want to look at some decent growth. But we do have the dividend as well, and we'll build that in a moment. We'll come in and show you if you reinvest the dividend, how it affects the growth, all right? RTX, Wall Street target, 38% in the higher range. Okay, what about the mid-range? 5%. Only 5%. You could buy something else, couldn't you? And do much better than that. On the low end, 18%. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the follow very, very much indeed. So there we go. There is our Wall Street target. Looking okay, but nothing too good. I would prefer to be in something higher than this, but we'll come on to if we invest the dividends in a moment. Right, now then, this is important. If we look at the competition, you might like to look at Lockheed, for example. Let's go to Lockheed just for a moment and see how that compares. So Lockheed, if we go to Lockheed right now, let's compare the margins. let's compare the margins, and let's go down. Our margins is 13% on Lockheed, so a reduced margin. Solvency score is 49, profitability is 61. Let's go back and remind ourselves then. So gross margin is 13. Let's come back to Raytheon and just remind ourselves 17. So Raytheon RTX has a better margin. So just looking at that gives you an idea. You can do more of this comparison. I'll give you the link for it. Okay. Anyway, let's go down and let's see who's buying on the inside, who's buying and selling on the inside. During the last 12 months, Raytheon bought $8,000 worth of shares and sold 357,000. The last transaction was July 26, 23. So it hasn't been much now recently. A director bought $8.7 $1,000 worth of Raytheon. So not a great deal of movement here since we had this back in February 28. So not a great deal. I don't mind that, actually. I am looking to be in before the next predicted either, but I don't want to be in when they start selling it, of course, unless it's just administrative tax selling. But I'd like to be in when they start buying. Anyway, there we go. That's what we're seeing right now. Not a great deal of action recently, but that's okay. I can live with that. All right, let's scroll further down. Let me just bring this back in just a moment. There we go, done that. Okay, now then, short position. There is some short interest on this stock, 5.27. So nothing dramatic, nothing like 20%, which is where you start talking about short squeezes. But there is a short interest. It is reasonable, not significantly high, but enough to have be an alert. It means the stock is going to be constantly being driven down. Nothing going to short squeeze, but it is significant. No, I rephrase that. It's not significant, but it's worth noting 5.27 is, you know, a certain amount of interest here that can bring the stock down. Let's see if we've got any latest news on the stock. This is taken from a week ago. We're just going to jump in here and see what we can get from this one. Here we go.
They're flying high this quarter, up nearly 20%. Steph, you flagged this in a social media post, hashtag aerospace. Boeing just one delivery away from its 737 target. You're looking for gains in this group. You like GE, maybe Raytheon? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, GE's been a great stock, but it's also a play on aerospace because they're the #1 engine maker, and I don't think it gets a lot of credit. And I think they're going to grow double-digit organic growth and upper teens earnings growth for the next several years, especially as they become more of a simple company. They're spinning out their renewables business in the first quarter of next year, and I think that's going to be a catalyst. You're also seeing analysts change coverage. So you had.
I'm going to edit that piece out, so that I'm going to mark this here, and I'm going to edit, take out the news. That wasn't relevant news. We don't. That's not of much use to you. This one might be better. Let's have a look here. Let's have a listen in here.
Box leadership changes ahead for defense giant RTX, the company formerly known as Raytheon, saying that its CEO. Greg Hayes will be succeeded by the company chief operating officer, Christopher Callio. That leadership transition
we just covered that.
Expected to be completed by May, and we've had Mr. Hayes on the broadcast many a time.
There wasn't a great deal there, was there? Have we got anything of any use? RTX, that's just about Greg Hayes. So I will edit that out. There wasn't any real surprise there, so I don't want to waste your time putting that into the video. What about the last 90 days? The last 90 days, positive news, 51%. How has things improved? Well, we've got more neutral news, less negative news over the last 30 days. Last 7 days, it's all neutral or good, nothing negative. That's good. And today, just neutral news, nothing. So nothing to stress ourselves about that there. Anyway, we now need to go and look at the dividend and how it compares to the S&P 500. Okay. So let's go over now to the dividend position, and we'll go back all the way to 2007. First of all, are we a dividend king? Are we an aristocrat? Is it worth buying? Because the growth hasn't been fantastic, but we do get a dividend. And in a minute, I'm going to show you what happens if you reinvest the dividend, how it compares to something else you could invest in. So 117, 134, 154, 42. So you get the idea. It's 42, 48, 53. Now it's leveling out, 59, 59. 64, we're now in September 2015, 64, 66. Now we've got potentially a dividend king, aristocrat at least anyway. 70 cents in 2018, 73, 73, 73. Now it's dropped. So now it's lost its integrity. It's not been as reliable as J&J or Coca-Cola or others we've looked at. We looked at Nike today, much more reliable dividend payouts. It's very important if you don't have massive growth, you want to know that you're going to get consistent dividends and increasing. So we've had a drop there in 2020, 47, 51, back up again, 51, 55, 55, 59. We're now in 2023, back up to 59. So it's not a dividend king. I wouldn't even say it's an aristocrat either. It's always paid in recent years, but it fluctuates and it's dropped and it's gone back from its highs as well. So anyway, 59. Now let's see what happens if you reinvest those stocks, those dividends, okay? Let me bring that up to you there. One moment, please. Leah, would you mind bringing me a Coke, please? I've got a bit of a low sugar. Thank you very much indeed. Just bear with me. I've just got a low sugar. My hands are starting to shake. See that? Look, it happens sometimes. So I just need some sugar in my body. So I'm going to have a Coke. Just bear with me. So I'll edit that as well. Edit on news and edit on dividend. But we've got just time to finish this review. And edit on dividend. Okay. I just need a quick sip of Coke. Got a bit of a cold sweat coming on. Just bear with me. Okay, then we're going to come on to this and explain what happens if you reinvest the dividends. Blimey. This has never caught me out during a live show, I don't think. Take a few deep breaths. Happens sometimes. Thank you, Leah. Yeah, I've just about finished the show. I've only got 8 minutes to go. So just bear with me. I'm just going to drink some Coke and hopefully that'll fix the problem. Bit of a cold sweat there for the moment. I do want to finish this though, and then we can go into the premiere tonight. I will edit this out when I put the video together. So, going into dividends then. Now, I'm showing you if you reinvest the dividends, what you're going to get. If we compare, the RTX is the blue line and the S&P is the red. So you can see that if you'd reapplied your dividends in both, you'd have done better with the S&P 500. So RTX, you'd have had, if we put in $10,000 in 2011, you would have $22,000. If you put $10,000 in the S&P, you'd now have $46,000. You'd have 4x compared to 2x, and that is by reinvesting the dividend. So as you can see, for me, RTX is not a buy based upon this alone. You can see it had the same volatility in 2020, then things improved. But overall, I think we can agree that the S&P 500 is going to return a greater return over period from at least from 2011. All right, so let's now wrap up this review and give you my final thoughts on it. Should you buy Raytheon, formerly Raytheon? Now it's RTX. Let me bring it up on the screen. RTX. And you can decide whether it's right for you. So, right now, is it a good buy? For me, it isn't. For me, it's not a buy right now. I'm certainly going to watch it, though. I think its valuation is potentially good. We've got a little bit of debt, not too much, but for me, looking at it, the S&P is going to return a greater gain. So for me, it's not a buy. I'm certainly going to keep my eye on it, though. Even with the dividends reinvested, it doesn't outperform the S&P, and I see greater potential in other stocks. So if you click above my head, you'll find the links that you need if you want to get a copy of Alpha Spread, which is what I use, the most advanced algorithmic software. All my members can get a free version of it, or with my membership discount, you will get basically my membership for free. You'll get a 10% discount, which basically makes my membership completely free. So maybe you'd like to check that out. Above my head are all the links from my social media and my website and my newsletter and everything you need. Also, down here in the description, you'll find all the links as well. Over here, I'll post all the links of my Alpha Spread review and Meet the CEO. If you want to go and meet the CEO as well, I've got a full series of videos there. Maybe you'd like to check that out. But there's my thoughts on RTX. It's not one for me right now. I'm keep my eye on it. I think there's better opportunities out there, but it's a solid company. I just think there's better opportunities out there. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Phew, I'm struggling. We're going to end the show. We've got a premiere coming up in a second. Just got a low blood sugar at the moment. But just wanted to complete that with you so we can finish the show. All right. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for being here. We're just about to finish. You are just catching me struggling, so I am actually going to end on the bell in 3 minutes. So this is what we're going to do. I hope you'll all join me for the live Q&A. This is my Nike review. Here it is in the chat. I've pinned it to the top. Let me give it to you 3 times. It will come at the end of this video. We can go straight there. Let me bring up my portfolio. You can see where we are. 75. We are, again, beating the market, beating the S&P, beating Warren Buffett by a long way. If you've just joined me today, click subscribe and ring the bell and tap the like button. But we are going to finish now because I am struggling. You're doing a great job. T.O. Roll, you've got no idea how I'm concentrating. I've got a cold sweat. I'm going to end the show on the bell and take you all to the live premiere. So let me edit this video so it takes you to the premiere tonight. Oh, blimey. Let me go back to general subscribers. There we go. And redirect you to the Nike review. I hope you'll all join me, even if you were there. You've not seen the edited version when I made it. If you can join me, because there's live Q&A, we can keep the conversation going. I'll pop in, answer questions. Everybody could discuss the stock. We do have a poll running at the same time, whether you think that it's a good investment or not. Let me give you the poll. Here is the poll, and you can take part in this. This will be in the live Q&A. Is Nike a good buy? Buy, hold, or sell? Let's see how this poll changes through the video. We all love you, Leah. Yes, Leah's just. I'm really struggling now. I have to end this show. We've got a minute to go before ring the bell. So I am really feeling quite dizzy. So I'm going to end the show. There is the review, so you can do that. This video will take you directly to this one as we finish. This is in 15 minutes. Do come and join me for the Nike review. Hope you'll be there. This video will take you directly to it. I've given you the link as well, so do join me for that. Thank you for taking care of Martin, James. That's very kind of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate that a lot. Okay, let's ring the bell. Let's get ready to finish the show. Looking very strong again today. in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell is now gone. We are in the after hours. We're going up again. Portfolio's getting stronger and stronger every day. Whoa. I am going to go. So this video, when I end, will take you directly to the stream, to the Nike report. Do join me for that. I will be there if I can in the live Q&A. And I've given everybody the link. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to end the show. I'm not feeling too good. All right. I think I've done everything. I would ask you to do one thing else for me. I am struggling a little bit. I'm going to go now. Let me just give you this link. If everybody could go and check out this short for me. I've done something new. I wanted to see what you think of this short. I've created a short which is very, very fast moving. It's an experiment. It's an advert to review stocks. If you could go and check it out for me. This is it here. If you could go and do that, I'd appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go. I just wanted to finish. I finished. I've got the music. Let me get out of here. I'm feeling a little bit faint. I just need to go and eat something. All right, I'll be fine after that. Whoa. All right, so thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. Go and join me for the live premiere. As I end this video, it will take you there. And the Nike review, the Raytheon review will be after tomorrow's show. That's it. Thank you ever so much. The review starts in just a few minutes' time. Please do join me. I will try and pop in to that review if I can, but I'm going to get off now. Thank you ever so much indeed. See you back on the premiere in a few moments. See you back in the morning. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers, bye. Bye-bye.